Hello and welcome back to this playthrough of Dark Souls 2 Scholar First Unit. We're doing No Man's Warth, and I changed things up a little bit. I put on the Dragon Lake armor because here there are a lot of enemies and you know, they attack really quickly, so I won't be able to dodge them all of the time. So I have some armor for poise sake. I put on the stone ring so that I can one-hand my longsword and still stagger enemies relatively easily. And I'm also gonna be lighting the torches throughout the level. Now, it doesn't do anything here other than just light up the place, but I like doing it. I'm not gonna pick up the item from the other guy. He doesn't have anything I want. It could be a life gem, his weapon, or his armor. Like that. I don't like rolling sometimes, man, because that's why I roll towards here and not like towards him or anything, because this game has so many places where you can fall to your death. Like 90% of the game, it feels like it's an area that you can fall to your death. This guy can hit you from the back, I'm pretty sure. Stop putting a rock in a hard place. What you gonna do? No. Yeah, this guy bounces. He's one-handing his weapon, he bounces. There you go, Dark Pine Resin, that's some decent stuff. Maybe I can use that against the boss. Because let's see, what do I have? I have lightning, magic, and dark. Okay. Let me go get my torch back. He's hanging out for dear life. Okay, fine, I'll pick up the item. Throwing knife. That is literally the best thing that I could have gotten. Because that's the only thing I'm gonna use from what he drops. Okay, I was rolling, but whatever you say again. I don't have a lot of poise. I mean, a lot of adaptability. Alright, this area does have a few little bits of secrets that aren't very obvious, and you know, it does confuse players sometimes as well, because there are two walls. You know how in this game you need to press A to hit walls? They probably did that because of the durability, since in this game you get a lot more durability loss than in the other Souls games. They made it so that you have to hit walls, press A on walls instead of hitting them, so that you don't destroy your weapon testing for hidden walls, right? You can just spam A instead. But this level has two walls. One where you can hit and one where you can interact with. So it's like, what are you trying to say, huh? Wow, teleport much? I usually don't want to kill this hollow, but he messes up with my lock-on. There you go, Poise coming to the rescue. Told you the enemies here are quick. Yeah, so that's why I'm gonna kill Jeffrey, but you can let him live if you want. That right there is Bradley of the Ancient Order, or the Old Guard. I don't listen. He can actually heal you. So what you could do is like take a bunch of damage and then summon him, let him heal you, and then unspawn him. Oh, okay. Despawn him again or whatever. Because he is a shade, so eventually he will, after you kill a certain amount of enemies, he will unspawn. Stop, Luca.
The longer a wretched, what could have
I'm just gonna keep an eye out for the doggy. Of course, I have no idea what it is. She's worried about going hollow, and then she gives you a human effigy.
The hollow can never be.
There you go.
One can skirt the
Was it worth it, huh? Oh yeah, she takes off her mask. Look at that.
To burden you with talk of my fate.
That's dramatic.
I suppose I've grown weary these days. I'm sorry, I suppose.
More effigies. The dogs can actually be farmed for effigies. And souls, like soul items. The higher the new game plus that you're in, see, for example, now I could summon Bradley. The higher the New Game Plus that you're in, the higher your luck, I guess, is, which is pretty cool. When I played this game for the first time on NG Plus 2, I was so surprised over the fact that almost every enemy happened to drop something. No, that guy threw pots of oil at me. 606 down. I want to kill this guy quickly because there is a bastard back here. And also an archer. Every area always gotta have an archer for you to just... If archers were taken out of this game, even with the mob mentality where... Or the mob design, where they have a bunch of enemies being thrown at you. The problem is the goddamn archers, and it's always like that in every video game. Skyrim, Dynasty Warriors, doesn't matter what you play. Artificial difficulty, I know that's not quote-unquote the correct term. But making the game more difficult by adding archers or ranged enemies, mages, stuff like that. Think about it, almost every area that's a pain in the absolute behind always has a bunch of archers. Dude, I'm backstabbing. How about you respect that? Oh yeah? You think that's gonna do anything? Shh. I actually meant to do a guard break, but whatever. I'll spam a lot. I'll be Lord Spam a lot. Mages, for example, in Skyrim on Legendary difficulty are actual, like, treason. It's so bad. They just sit back and spam the hell out of it. So it's not fair. They never run up, pretty much, of man either. Who's ready to die today, huh? Oh, the archer's back there. I can take that to my advantage. Although I didn't know that these guys destroyed the carts. There we go. I wanted to wait for him to attack the cart so that he would be in an animation, which would give me the advantage. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that otherwise, but I saw that the archer was down here, so whatever. Because this guy can like move to try and hit you when you're by the carts. It's just luck that he fell down, you know. I probably should switch weapons here. I haven't even used my shield. I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever, let's unequip it then. Here's a shadow hollow thing. I was planning on taking my torch on and off, but I don't really want to spend that long. Or I don't ever spend that long in areas. I always like to do things really quickly, which is kind of unnecessary, but whatever. These guys are afraid of the fire. Let me backstab you. There, straight. Wow, that didn't do a lot. Oh, what? Oh yeah, I'm too heavy. Let's use this. Yeah. Why are you not afraid? Yeah, I don't... What? Did you see that? That was a bug. They're supposed to be afraid of the fire. Because I started the fire. No, I'm kidding. No, but only after they lose their mind and go completely bonkers, which only happens if you corner them, that's when they're not afraid of the fire anymore. I want to take out this guy so that... Because I'm gonna go into a room with a bunch of those guys, 3 I think. And I wanted to, in case I have to run away basically. When I open this door, I'm gonna try and backstab the guy here. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go because this guy loses his mind. And that guy's probably about to. There we go. Nice. Don't know how he missed, but I guess it works out for me. 4. Okay, there's 4 in here. Should have waited for my stamina. That was ridiculous. These guys are really difficult to dodge. Run, 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 run. Boom. Hey, the longsword. Without fire on it. Early in the game, like Forest Fallen Giants. Hade's Tower of Flame is a little different because the people there are wearing armor, but Forest of Fallen Giants, Lost Bastille, this area, you are better off using the fire longsword than a regular longsword. Even with the Ring of Blades, giving you less defense or whatever. I should probably upgrade this thing to at least +1. I'm probably gonna use it a little bit going forward, sometimes against certain bosses. Because +1 is only, it only takes 1 twinkling and it gives it a decent boost. But I like to be sparing with my twinkling, as you can imagine. Down here there are 2 of those things, but there's no real point to fighting them. There's nothing down there other than those fire arrows. Rah. Die, damn you. I also picked up the greatsword, did I say that? This thing here is really fun to use. Strength weapon. Whoa! Yeah, jump backwards. I didn't mean to roll, no. I still got him. When he does that attack in particular, he jumps backwards, which is funny. If you know about that, you can backstab him. Backstab like an assassin guy. This guy's armor looks pretty cool. Except for the helmet. I'm not too big of a fan of a helmet though, but everything else is alright. And they also have very good, I think, poison defense on their armor. Bye. I didn't want to get poisoned myself, that would have been really bad. Or not really bad, but you know, you use resources. I've actually no poison moss, but divine blessing works to remove it. There's a lizard. Go. Alright. With this weapon, I actually don't really need this ring here. None of those 2 bottom rings I really need. So I'm gonna put this on and back to... Actually, yeah, like cover this silver. I'm about to fight the boss, so whatever. That chest had a fragrant branch, which is really, really good. I think that makes me now have 1. Yep. But I'm gonna have to use it when I get to the Lost Bastille. So there you saw the one wall I had to hit to destroy it, and the other one, this one, I had to press A. I don't know why they did that, like in the same level as well. Maybe this is when they made the decision, I don't know. Then again, in the Forest of Fallen Giants, there is a wall that you have to press A to open. Sup, Gavlan? I'm gonna buy 20 arrows from him. This shortcut is kind of pointless because you get one further ahead here. That is just way better. And you can also suicide run to this shortcut. If you're struggling with this area, try to like make your way as much as possible. For example, like light sconces, to use them as like reference points. And then suicide run through this area. Really? And then suicide run through this area and just do this thing here. When you're above, you can just drop down. You don't have to ring the bell. You can just drop down to where Gavlan is. Boom, boom, boom. And then you run over here and push down the thing. It's pretty neat. Running past enemies in this game is not that hard. You just have to know their pattern. Obviously, like everything, right? Let's go talk to Carillion of the Fold. He who has no interest in the magic and purd.
From this day, you shall be my new pupil.
What makes you think I want to?
Carillion of the Fold. Surely you've heard the name.
Yes, of course.
Now, do not be afraid. Let us explore the limits of sorcery.
The limits of sorcery. I'm gonna buy magic weapon from it. You need 8 intelligence to talk to this guy. Whoa. Okay. So, oh, there's an item back there. Probably Jeffrey dropped it. Oh my god, I put out the torch. It doesn't really matter. I have a bunch of things, you know. Thanks. Bloom. Let's just use this, whatever. I kind of find it a little cheap to use life gems, you know. So I try to avoid doing it as much as possible. I don't need it. It's just It's just that I'd have to go back to the bonfire a few more times. Like if I make a mistake and use more Estus than necessary, then I'll have to go back to the bonfire. But this game gives you divine blessings and other healing items quite a bit, so. There's Lucatiel, let's summon her. I'm not going back to rest, even though it would give me a few flasks back. Whatever. Carillion will move to Majula. Boss ahead, you don't say. I will take off my armor against the boss, though I need the stamina. And I'm not going to use the fire longsword against him. Because he's in water. He's a lizard standing in water. Alright. Look at him, take it easy with your buggy walk. No, that's a grab attack. He takes reduced damage doing that. All enemies really take reduced damage during their grab attacks. Which is like pretty treasonous, if you ask me. You can't have your cake and eat it too, bro. Dark Souls doesn't work like that. I think that's it. Yeah, I said I was gonna use this. Let's do that. Take off the armor. Although, you know what? I'm gonna save the green blossoms. This boss, it doesn't have a lot of defense, so he dies relatively quickly. You want to keep his mace side. Oh. You want to keep it on his mace side because his sword side is a lot more difficult. There you go. Lucatiel doesn't know that though. She's a computer. 1, 2. That one hits behind him. Oh, I meant to do a running attack. And the water level rises in this boss room. So if you take too long, you know, that could be a thing. That could be a problem. Look at her running after me. Lexal Central Soul. You can get a decent weapon from him, but it's 16 dexterity. And there's another one that you can also get that's 25, but that weapon is really disgusting in PvP. The running attack on it is it's just the worst. It's so difficult to dodge, man. Alright, so I just got the Pyromancy Flame. There are a few things that I think should be talked about a little more. One of which is the Craftsman's Hammer. It's pretty much better than the Mace in every way. Which is just, it's so funny. I know I keep saying that, but like, you have a one-handed strike weapon that everybody knows and loves, but then you literally have an upgrade to it in the Craftsman's Hammer, and everybody ignores it. Also is the Pyromancy Flame and Pyromancies in general, as well as in combination with the Southern Ritual Band, which I haven't gotten yet. But Pyromancies, using them to support your character because they're free and they don't require anything other than an attunement slot, which you can get from the Southern Ritual Band rings, should be used quite a bit, especially in areas like say you're fighting the Smelter Demon. You can use Flash Sweat against the Smelter Demon. It is very, very worth it to do that. And Poison Mist, for example, because when you start that fight, he's standing still, you know? So you can cast a quick poison, you can buff yourself with Flash Sweat before you enter the boss room, and then cast a quick Poison Mist. Or when you're picking up the lava, the items in the lava, you can also use Flash Sweat. Like a lot of people put on the ring, they'll put on the best armor and they'll roll in the vases and urns, but they don't put on the goddamn thing. They don't put on the Flash Sweat, and I'm like, why do you do that? That's the best. That's the best thing against fire, but, you know, I digress. I need to do one more thing. You remember I bought the arrows from Gavlan? Wheel Deal. Have I been invaded? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna go kill the salamanders to end it. Don't recommend killing these enemies that this early, but whatever. I'm probably gonna put on the life ring instead. They don't give that many souls, so it's whatever. I don't care. Let's kill this guy. Oh, and I need to upgrade this thing to +1 as well. You want to drop down on the pile of rubble. Boop. See now, you know what, I'm afraid of falling off. Hopefully he doesn't like start shooting me, because they have done that before. Alright, let's go. I may use a resin against, not this one, because this one stands still and just spins around. And so does the next one. The next one, that's where I'm going to use the arrows. The next two maybe. Fire longsword not good here. I'm pretty sure they take no damage from fire, 0. But this is what I like to do against this one in particular. You can also descend attack it, which is really fun. If you manage to do it proper, you can get like a unique animation where you like climb on it, and it's really cool looking. But it's really difficult to do. I don't know, it's finicky. Descend attacks in this game are very, very finicky. And they have a chance of dropping Great Fireball, which is the 3rd tier of Fireball. Alright, that was one. Next up, I'm gonna use the bow. And these arrows here. Because this next one is standing in a location that doesn't allow me to move around it. So I don't really know how otherwise I'm gonna be able to kill him. It requires usually 4 arrows to poison him. And then you can use like anything else. The first one hits you, the other 2 don't for some reason. Oh yeah, and when they expose their neck, you can do a little bit more damage, but they only do that when they're about to mock your day out. Whenever you're ready, bro. Look at the amount of health. 1700, that's about half, so these guys have like 3k health or something. That is absurd for the beginning area of the game. Now, you don't have to come here. Obviously, it's optional, but come on. And the worst part is, I think they're worth 900 souls. And, you know, not much more. You can get cracked red eye orbs, as well as the Great Fireball, but there's a really low chance of doing that. And these enemies are so tough. Even later, man, honestly. Yeah, 900 souls. Even later, they're really tough, so... I'm gonna start off with poisoning this one, otherwise it's gonna take a long time. There's 2 here. Not wearing any armor for the sake of stamina. This one moves a little bit more freely. There we go. What? I'm not gonna buff, no time for that. No, are you kidding me? That's not good. She doesn't usually do that. But she can. Or he, I don't know. The tongue are the easiest ones to dodge, but you know... Oh, that attack is hard. That's why I try to keep my distance from it. Oh, I didn't actually see anything. Okay. As soon as I kill this one, the next one will wake up. She can chain that, by the way. Which is why I'm keeping my distance, exactly. Oh my good lord, let's run. I don't like that when she does that. Chains that attack. The headbutt. I've had her do that 5 times in a row. 5. As like a wake up, you know? I'm not gonna fight the last one, I'm just gonna dodge around it. They're tedious animals. That was way too early, but I can't have her do the fireballs though. Run. That's so scary. This is the one that's, by the way, standing here when you pick up the fire longsword. Alright. Do I have any souls to level up? I think I do. I used them in the elevator, didn't I? Yeah, 35. By the way, there's an item over there. You can get that if you have the cat ring. You have to jump from the platform below. And I think you can also get on top of this thing. I mean, I guess jump from there. Yeah, you can do that. Get that bonfire early and... I mean, I don't know. There's no reason to get that bonfire early, though. The only thing that's over there is Twinkling Titan and Fragrant Branch, but you don't have to get on top of the thing to get it. Let's just finish leveling up. Maybe I should use the Demon's Great Hammer now. What is next? The Lost Bastille, right? Let's see what my strength is. 20. Wouldn't require that much. I can one bomb everything. I'm hesitant to do that though, because it's, I don't know, I don't want to do that. I can use the halberd with these stats. Okay, good, I'm satisfied. So yeah, thanks for watching this one. In the next one I'm going to do the rest of the Bastille, and goodbye for now.